Morning. Oh, good morning. So just doing a little PowerPoint this morning, and then we'll be updating the website for my startup, and we'll get back to it. Hey, good morning. This morning I'm going to be working on my website and a few other things, and so I'm going to get back to work, and we'll catch you around. Chào Ngọc. Good, how are you? Quiet. Yes. I just talked to my therapist about that. It's like I told him, like, you know, fish sauce and Vietnamese food is all hipster. It's popular now, but I still have so much shame around it. Like, I feel shameful that I hide it. I go to an Asian restaurant and I'll use a fork. I love it. Makes it fun. Can I show you some DocSend stuff? Okay. Give me a second. So I'm gonna share screen. Okay, I'm gonna share it as you would see it as an investor, right? So in this case, you're seeing the front end side of it. So with DocSend, what we do is we create these spaces, and right now I have just our logo. We can we'll change the background to something that's a little more fitting for our stuff. Hey there. I think one of the benefits of having a hot tub in the back is I get to spend a good part of my day in a hot tub when I'm working. So I think one of the kind of cool benefits is, you know, I can take a little break out here, come spend some time to sweat things off, do some thinking. I think when I founded 1980, actually, if you go back to my original vlogs, I was a part of this spa membership club, and I was going to the hot tub regularly to work on branding for the company. And with the pandemic, everything kind of shut down, including that spa. So I think having this now in my backyard is an awesome amenity that I can have, and a privilege to just hang out here and sweat and do some thinking. Also, there's a cool shelf over there, and I get to put my laptop out there. It's not waterproof, but I get to at least take a few meetings and or do some work. Right now I'm setting up a document share system called DocSend, and just doing some initial configuration. Tomorrow I'm going to train the team on it. And I think one of the skills I have is just learning systems really quickly. They're all the same. You know, they all have admin screens, setup screens, and the view from the user's perspective, the back-end view, that kind of stuff. So everything is pretty mechanical for me. Like, it's pretty easy. So I like to just go in first, hack the system, figure it all out. Then I'll train my team on what they need to know. So there's no need to sit through just a bunch of onboarding material. You can get straight into the system. And that's kind of one of my secret superpowers. And so I'm excited to get this channel back on, because I can share kind of that method with a few systems I've been using a lot, give you some familiarities, create some tutorials. Just think of it as a crash course. I think no one wants to sit through a full training other than the system admin that has to, but everyone else, we want to just get straight to the gist and figure it out. Dashon Ferry, and I'm going to be heading back to Seattle. So this is part of my daily commute. That hasn't changed much. I think the last time when I was doing these vlogs, where am I looking at? I'm looking up there. Okay, so I think last time I was doing these vlogs, the pandemic had just hit, actually right in the middle of the pandemic. I did about 25 weekly vlogs. One of the things I really enjoyed doing that vlog was that it kind of created a record of everything. So now I can go back and see how the original founding of 1980 kind of turned out and where it's going. So I think I want to bring this back a little bit more, bring the vlog back to the channel, both a little bit for myself, just to document the process, but also to keep a record of where things are in the world. Well, it is July in the United States. I'm in Seattle, Washington. I spend my time between Seattle and Vashon Island. And here, I think the CDC basically issued guidance a few months ago that you don't need to wear masks if you're fully vaccinated. I am fully vaccinated. But there is a Delta variant out there that is a little more contagious, and there are many more. I don't know how many exactly, but there are breakthrough cases, meaning you're vaccinated, but you still get COVID. The reality is that people that are vaccinated, when you get it, it's just a little inconvenience, or at most a mild flu to a flu like symptoms. And so my understanding is not too many people are dying. Again, so just the message is go get vaccinated. But I also have my mask because I think some businesses require it, which is cool. I think respect that. And other places, especially when you're in crowded public places and you just don't feel comfortable, I still carry my mask with me. So I think it's just a good practice I'm going to keep with me, especially in the winter. I think if I'm going to go get cooped up in the winter somewhere, definitely wearing a mask. So that's all my thoughts for now. I'm going to get back to Seattle and we'll get back to work. I have a few things to work on today. Okay, so I'm back in the office. I'm going to be working on the space over here. What am I doing today? I'm going to be focusing on setting up using a tool called DocSend. We're using it to send to our investors for fundraising, and it's going to house things like NDA and everything else. So I'm just going to get in the system today, this morning, try to hack it as much as I can, figure it out before I send the rest of the team into it, and we will get from there. I think one of the things I learned about software is to just really poke around, set up a demo site, do a test run. I learn by doing, so I'm not a big fan of reading documentation. I like to just jump in there, try it out, tweak the experience, and then use a person that's removed from the project so they can test it as a user. Like, really, like, how do you want to experience this? And so that's what I'm doing now. So I'm up in the office, and by the way, I am trading in my phone for my daughter. So I got the iPhone 12 Pro Max, aka the mini iPad. So that's just been sitting there. I'm going to be working at the desk for today, but I want to take a quick moment to pop over and check out this crazy little rig that I built over here. I got a 3DIO mic, so it's kind of like a binaural mic. Got a little mount for the phone camera over there, external recorder, and you have a light. So this little stand here is kind of a portable all-in-one solution where I can throw the whole thing on and get into recording specific stuff. So that's part of what I'm working on. And today it's gonna be a little heads down working on some documents for the project. Okay, and now I am recording with my 3DIO mic and my GH5. This is now going to get synced in post, and so if you're wearing headphones, you should be able to hear this left and right. So I'm going to click over here. This should represent your left, and this should represent your right. So as I move around the space, you should be able to hear different things. I'm going to just move, since this whole station is on C-stand, I'm going to move around a little bit so you can see. We're also going to test the GH5 face tracking. I think it's not going to be as good, but the benefit of this is it looks like my ISO is in a reasonable spot because I have this additional light coming in. I got my little backlight over there for other purposes right now. So let me know what you think. I'm going to move around a little bit. Essentially just to test out the function of the mic. And let's get, ooh, I love the lighter one. This is in front. Again, I think, is this overkill? Yes. I have the technology, I have the equipment, so I plan on just using it because I have it. But the reason I got this set up is because I wanted to get into more of interesting ways of creating content that's not so traditional. And the other thing I wanted to share is I don't have this hooked up to the GH5 because it's a manual focus lens. This is a Vazen 28mm anamorphic lens combined with this 3DIO. It kind of creates a very unique look because you'll have this CinemaScope, stretched out view, along with 3D audio, just trying to create some distinction in the marketplace. So hey, thanks for joining me. Like and subscribe. I really appreciate everyone that's joining into this community. Leave a comment below. I'm responding to everyone if you have any questions about the setup. Otherwise, big shout out to Caleb from DSLR Video Shooter for inspiring this work, and I will see you in the next one. So it's the end of the week. It's actually Sunday. On Friday, I got a little bit of a stomach flu. I ended up thinking that it was potentially COVID symptoms. Vomited in the middle of a work meeting, and went to get a test. No, COVID negative, but still, I guess there's bugs floating around. So I got the stomach flu, and that really sucked. Knocked me out for a couple days, but I think I'm back. And so I just wanted to wrap up the vlog for the week. Am I going to keep doing this? I think I'm going to keep doing this. I enjoy vlogging. I enjoy just bringing a camera around and documenting the process. One of the important parts of the week is just to document the process. Now, what I'd like to do is combine the vlogging with kind of content creation, so around creating tutorials, around creating how-tos. And so I have a lot of footage. I like to double it up and get to a point where I'm making a vlog and a tutorial a week, and to build the content library. Over in my other channel, which I'll link to below, I have approaching 300 subscribers and over 100 videos, most of which are bad since they were at the beginning days. But I'm getting better. I think looking in hindsight, I can look back and say there's been lots of improvement, which is incredible. I think even a year ago when I started this vlog and this channel, like, the quality is atrocious compared to where I am today. But that's part of the journey. I think part of the learning is getting to 1, and then getting to 2, and then getting to 3. And most people just can't do that. They want to get to perfection in the first one, and if you wait for that, you'll never get it done. And so that's just what I'm learning. Anyways, the more I talk to a camera, the more I'll get used to it. I'm usually the person behind the camera, especially for this company. That's kind of what I do. I produce content for other people, but I'll switch the roles around and try to be in front of the camera as much as I can. I'm a one-person show, so like and subscribe. I'll see you soon.